Welcome to problem number 30 from the June 2017 Algebra Regents exam. In this problem, we're going to have to graph this inequality that we're given here. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is to isolate the variable y. So I'm going to go ahead and do that first. And that's fairly simple to do. I'm just going to take away 4 from both sides. Okay, and then we'll get y is greater than, or sorry, less than negative 2 times x minus 4 minus 4. Now, it would definitely be wise to simplify this, so I'm going to distribute the negative 2 here. So this will become negative 2x plus 8, and that's because we're doing negative 2 times negative 4. And then now if we now we can combine these two terms here together, these guys here. And so in the end, our final equation will be y is less than negative 2x plus 4. So that's the one that we're going to want to graph. So the idea at this point is that we're going to graph it as if it was an equation, if it was y equals negative 2x plus 4. And then from there we'll highlight what's less than instead of it being a straight line. So this is an equation in the form of y, let me change that, y equals mx plus b, slope y-intercept form, where this coefficient in front of x is our slope, and the b term here is our y-intercept. So in this case, our y-intercept is at positive 4, and our slope is negative 2. So this is actually fairly easy to graph without using a table of values or even needing a calculator, really. All right, I'm just going to zoom in a little bit here. Okay, so let's start by showing our y-intercept. So that's going to be 0, 4 right here. And because our slope is negative 2, that means we're going to move 2 down and 1 to the right. And that's, of course, the reason because it's rise over run as our slope, right? In this case, we want it to be negative 2 or negative 2 over 1. And then we can just keep following that pattern. You'll see that it forms this line here. You can even go in the other direction. Okay, so now at this point, we're going to draw not a solid line, but a dotted line. I'll explain why in a second. Oops. Sorry, my dotted lines are not very good on this app. So the inequality states that y has to be less than this line. So what that means is that we're going to highlight everything that's less than it, everything underneath it. So that's all of this stuff here. Now the reason that it's important that we used a dotted line along that negative 2x plus 4 line is that the inequality we have is that it's y is less than, if not equal to, right? If it was y is less than or equal to, then it would be a solid line because that kind of visually implies that everything along that line is part of the solution. In this case, it's not. And so yeah, that's all we had to do for this problem. Hope it was helpful, and thanks for visiting JD's Regents Preparation.